What's going on, YouTube? This is your friendly neighborhood DraftKings addict, bringing my top picks for Monday's main NBA DFS slate. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get it popping. If you have not already, give me a follow over on Twitter at DK_addict. All righty, and if you guys are using Twitter on your desktop, this app that I'm using right now, this website is called TweetDeck. TweetDeck. Just search it over on Google, log into your Twitter account, and it's cool because it allows you to add these columns where you can watch certain either hashtags or certain Twitter accounts or lists or whatever the case may be. And it's pretty cool, right? Because as you can see, I got a couple different columns, quote unquote, with information around DFS that I have going on. So check it out. TweetDeck. All right, cool beans, guys. So let's go ahead and get into what you came here for, DFS. All right, so guys, for my research, I use Draft Dashboard. If you check my YouTube channel, there's a video that I did on the really quick process that I go through to select my plays. Check it out. All right, I'll link it in the card above. All right, if you're interested in the software, there's a 30-day trial. The link for that trial is in the description of the video. And if you sign up with my referral link, you will have access to my player pool, which means that if you go to the Watch Players tab right here, it will have a button for you that says Watch DK Addicts Picks. If you click on that particular button, it will download my player pool into your Draft Dashboard, where you will be able to go over here and click on the lineup optimizer and allow Draft Dashboard to optimize your lineup. Now, it will take into account the picks that you have as well, so it won't remove your picks. It will just add my picks on top of those. So cool. That's Draft Dashboard in a nutshell. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. First off, we got a 9-game slate. We got a 4-game turbo 8 o'clock and a 9 p.m. 3-game slate. Now, if 9 games sound like a whole lot and it makes your head hurt having to pick from that many different teams and players, then go ahead and drop down to one of the turbos and just play those slates with less confusion, quote unquote, right? So that's just an idea, but I like to play the main slate. So cool beans, let's get into it. Point guard. All right, right now, I got a couple of point guards that I'm watching, but my favorite point guard right now on the slate, for whatever reason, Kyle Lowry just looks too cheap. Now, looking at the news, we had some issues where Van Fleet did not return to the last game. So he's questionable to play today. All right, so at 6.8K going up against Chicago, that makes Kyle Lowry a great value, in my opinion, at 6.8K. If they're going to be short of ball handlers with Van Fleet possibly being out, I like Kyle Lowry at 6.8K. Going up against Chicago, should be able to get us 35 points or more, all right, which will pay off that salary of 6.8K. But he's just a guy that sticks out to me like a sore thumb. Also, Donovan Mitchell, we already got news that we have Mike Conley is going to be out again. All right, so I like Donovan Mitchell as well, but I like Kyle Lowry better because of the price, the teammate that he's playing against, and again with the injury to his teammate. So cool. So that's my point guard of choice right now. Let's go ahead and go over to the shooting guard. As you know, James Harden is definitely in my player pool as well, and so is Russell Westbrook going up against Sacramento. James Harden would have been having quote unquote down games, right, with 48 and 57 points. All right, so he's definitely due for a bounce back, and as you can see in the history versus the Sacramento, he's put up 61 and 84 in the last 2 matches versus that team. So, but I'm not quite sure I'll be paying enough for Harden on this slate. But he's definitely somebody that I would definitely consider. Kawhi Leonard is going to possibly be out today on a back-to-back due to rest, quote-unquote, for load management, as I throw up my air quotes. All right, so with that being said, keep an eye out for that news. If he's out, of course, I love his teammate a whole lot more in that instance. So, but right now, my shooting guard of choice is going to be either between Buddy Hield or Drew Holiday. I hadn't really decided yet, because if you look at it, they're both the same points. Same price. They're both playing the same quote unquote over and under, right? Somewhere around 227 points. They both have similar history versus the teams. Right now, I think I'm leaning toward Drew Holiday. But yeah, I really that's a toss up for me. So if you could drop a comment below, let me know who's your favorite shooting guard on the slate. Shooting guard eligible player on the slate. Your favorite shooting guard eligible player on the slate. All right. So right now for me, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Drew Holiday. All right, just because of New Orleans, and he does a lot for that team as far as his usage and everything. So, yeah. So, that's my shooting guard. Honorable mention, guys, Bogdan Bogdanovich at 4.8K going up against Houston. Yeah, I know he's been having a couple off games, right? But Houston is a team that that most players can get back right on. So definitely gonna consider Bogdan. And we talked about if we have news that Van Fleet is gonna miss. Norman Powell gets a bump at 4.9K. And then also coming down a little further, we have a value play that I'm gonna like. Mr. Terrence Davis. Where is he at? Right here. Terrence Davis. All right, at 3.3K. All right, should get an uptick in minutes for backup guard and shooting guard spot at 3.3K going up against Chicago. Again, at 3.3K is pretty cheap, so he's definitely somebody that I'm considering for my shooting guard spot, especially if I need to get some value. We just got news that Marcus Smart may be out, so maybe you get you some Brown going up against Cleveland. All right, but we do have news that we could be getting Gordon Hayward back, so that could affect Jaylen Brown's playing time and rotation. So definitely something to consider. But definitely at shooting guard, that's going to be my favorite spot right now. At small forward, again, Kawhi Leonard should be out for rest, aka load management. So that gives Paul George a boost in my favor at 7.8K. All right, he's priced for Kawhi Leonard to be on the floor with him, and he won't be, which means that his usage should go up. Also, players like Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell as well usually get a bump as well. But I definitely like Paul George at 7.8K. Going down a little further, Brandon Ingram at 7.5K, coming off a couple of okay games where he put up 22 and 33. Only played 25 minutes in that last game. I believe it was a blowout. All right, but he gets a matchup going up against Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, and the Detroit Pistons. All right, so at 7.5K, he's definitely a good spot. Again, one of the highest over and unders on the slate is going to be that New Orleans and Detroit game and then Sacramento and Houston game. All right, you also got the Minnesota and Phoenix game. Look at that one, 233 over and under. So, yeah, with that being said, my favorite small forward right now is going to be Paul George. All right, honorable mentions, Draymond Green. All right, 5.8K going up against that Memphis team, the young Memphis team. Draymond played 30 minutes this last game. Put up 30 DraftKings points for a guy that's 5.8K. If he can get us 35 to maybe even 40. All right, maybe a couple extra dimes, couple extra rebounds against that young Memphis team. Yeah, 5.8K, I definitely would consider Draymond. Anunoby going up against Chicago. Chicago's a terrible rebounding team. They give up a lot to rebounders. So at 4.7K, this guy playing 30 minutes or so on average could definitely get us, 6 to 8 times his value at 4.7K. So definitely somebody else that I'm looking at for my small forward. All right. Also, again, Gordon Hayward. If he's going to play, they say he went through shoot around. If he's going to play today, the dude's like almost min salary. I think he's like 3.6K or something like that. Or 3.7K. He's real cheap. So definitely, even though he's coming back from injury, he's real cheap. So maybe you play him in a couple of GPP lineups. I'm not quite sure about if I would play him in cash. So power forward, though, Siakam, definitely somebody that stood out to me at first. Again, right now I think I have, Siakam is the one that I have in my power forward spot, but Paul George is also power forward eligible. But Siakam definitely stands out to me going up against Chicago. Yes, it's on the road, but it's a paced up matchup, a decent over and under. Again, we got Van Fleet that could possibly be out, so that could mean more scoring pressure for Siakam and Kyle Lowry. All right, so at 7.9K, I like him in that spot. Blake Griffin at 7.2K, I don't know. But scrolling down a little further at power forward, I thought I had a value play. There you go. Again, Gordon Hayward. Look at that, 3K, min salary, because he's been out on that injury with that hand issue or whatever. So at 3K, this guy's going to play if we get word that he's going to play or whatever, have a minutes limit or whatever. At 3K, Gordon Hayward is too damn cheap to pass versus Cleveland. All right. Even if he just comes in and plays 15 minutes, he can pay off that $3,000 salary, in my opinion. All right, JaMychal Green, I'm not playing him, but I got to mention him for y'all. If we get news that Kawhi is out, this guy should get an uptick in minutes, JaMychal Green, but I'm not playing him. He's on my my SHIT list. All righty, just in case there are kids listening. All right. Next up, at my center spot, last but not least, hey guys, if you're enjoying this content, man, if you like my picks, if you enjoy the videos and you would like to see more videos like this, do me a favor, just tap the like button. It doesn't take that much time. All right, I'm trying to get at least 100 likes on this video. All right, I've got over 100 views on my last couple of videos, but my likes are nowhere near that level. So if you could, please just tap the like button real quick. It lets me know that you enjoy the content, and it gives me motivation to keep on doing them. All right, so last but not least, my center spot, man. Right now, my favorite center on the slate by far is going to be Mr. Karl Anthony Towns. He got his teeth kicked in by Anthony Davis yesterday, who had a phenomenal night. All right, but he is going up into Phoenix. They don't really have a big man. And as you can see, he scored 63 on average the last 3 times that he's played against his team. Again, I like Karl Anthony Towns at 9.3K in the highest over and under game on the slate. And he's $1,900 cheaper than FanDuel over here on DraftKings. So at 9.3K, I definitely like me some Karl Anthony Towns. We already talked about Siakam. Clint Capella could be in a good spot at 7.4K going up against Sacramento, who is also has a couple of their bigs that are out. All right. So at 7.4K, I definitely like Clint Capella. Last game kind of disappointed some people. He was looking like a good play, but he only put up 29 points in this last game. So definitely a bounce back spot for him as well. So Tristan Thompson up against Boston, I'll pass on a 9-game slate. We don't have to go dumpster diving, right? J Val's been doing well lately, and I played him finally in a couple of my GPP lineups. The last slate that he was on, he was coming off of games where he put up 58 points and he was getting around 30 minutes. Then he goes and put up a dud of 21. So this guy's close to being on my SHIT list too. I swear I can't get him right most times. So but yeah, so that's my favorite center spots, guys. Again, for the complete player pool, check out Draft Dashboard 30-day trial. Link is in the description of the video. You can come over here to your watch players list and click on watch DK Addicts picks. So with that being said, let's go over to DraftKings and let's look at my top plays or my favorite plays, aka my my locks. All right, over in DraftKings. So at my point guard, I want Kyle Lowry. Again, we should get news that Van Fleet is going to be out. He did not return in the last game due to an injury. So as we can see, we can get, well, on average, 36 DraftKings points is what Mr. Lowry has scored in 34 minutes played. But again, he should have more assists, more points with Van Fleet being out. So at 6.8K going up against the Chicago team, I like my chances of him hitting cash value there. T. Davis, again, if we get news out, Terrence Davis on a 3.3K. If he plays 15 to 20 minutes and puts up 20 points for you, he plays off that 3.3K and possibly could have some upside. So definitely keep an eye out for Terrence Davis. All right, Brandon Ingram, again, 7.5K on the second or third highest over and under on this 9-game slate. And this guy here is going to be playing good minutes, especially if they keep this game close. All right, as you can see, last game they got the doors blew off of them by Dallas. All right, 84 to 130. But as you can see in the games where they're competitive, all right, or at least keep the game close, he's playing 30 to 40 minutes, okay? So this guy, 7.5K, is definitely in a good spot on a 9-game slate. Again, Paul George with the news that Kawhi could be sitting for, not risk management, for load management. All right, I definitely like Paul George at 7.8K. Man, look at him against Washington. Put up 52 DraftKings points in 26 minutes played. That's ridiculous. All right, Karl Anthony Towns, my favorite center on the slate. Look at that. 38 minutes, put up 62 DraftKings points versus Phoenix. They're going to have a hard time slowing this guy down, man. So at 9.3K, coming off a game where he got his teeth kicked in again by the Lakers. They got a lot of height over there in LA, but Phoenix don't have that problem. So Karl Anthony Towns should be able to eat. And as always, guys, too, I like my man Drummond. His price is up over 10K, 10.1, but I still like him against New Orleans. He should be able to get you a nice double-double and get you at least 50 DraftKings points. So Drummond, he's always on my radar, and he's always in my heart, especially against teams like New Orleans. Come on, man. That's a good one. Again, Siakam is another guy that you could consider. All right. He only played 28 minutes last time they played Chicago. But again, they got some injuries, and that could mean some uptick for him. But I decided to go with Paul George and Brandon Ingram instead of Siakam. So there you go. So if you play those as your quote-unquote core, that leaves you $5K for your last 3 spots, and you could be able to find some more value as well. There's a lot of players that are questionable today. Some good, juicy games to play from. My favorite games right now is the Detroit, New Orleans. All right, the Sacramento, Houston, and that Minnesota game. Okay, so the Minnesota versus Phoenix. So those are my 3 favorite games to target. Alrighty, cool beans. So yeah, there you go, guys. Follow me over on Twitter if you have not done so already. Please, again, just tap the like button, guys. I'm trying to get to 100. It really lets me know that you're enjoying the content. And if you're new to DraftKings Addict, don't forget to subscribe before you go. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.